Imagine a blind dog lost in shadows. Then a mysterious cat with golden eyes arrives to light his world. Witness the extraordinary friendship that defies all doubt and changes a community forever. What if the savior you never expected became the light in your darkest moment? Stay with us to discover the heartwarming bond that defied all odds. Comment the word companion below for a chance to join our weekly giveaway. The dog was on the verge of surrendering to life when this cat did something totally unexpected. Old Charlie had served as the Anderson family's golden retriever for 12 delightful years. His muzzle had gone gray, yet his tail kept wagging, and his kind demeanor made him cherished by everyone in the neighborhood. This past spring, Margaret Anderson observed Charlie colliding with furniture more often. Would you consider adopting a companion for a senior pet in need? Or is it better to let nature take its course? Share your thoughts. Every opinion matters. Something is off with Charlie, Margaret informed her husband, Tom. In the following weeks, Charlie's environment became increasingly dim. He grew uncertain about moving around, often remaining curled up in his bed near the fireplace. His tail, which used to be in constant motion, now only gave infrequent, feeble wags. The happiness appeared to be fading from their longtime friend. Margaret, a former school teacher, dedicated hours to exploring methods to assist blind dogs. She moved furniture to establish clear pathways, placed scent markers throughout the house, and included textured mats to assist Charlie in finding his way. Yet their previously lively dog appeared to be slipping into sadness. "He requires more than we can provide," Margaret remarked one morning, observing Charlie decline to go out into the yard for his typical morning activities. "He needs a companion who can relate to his experiences in a manner we cannot." The veterinarian's diagnosis was heartbreaking, advancing cataracts in both eyes. "Charlie is going totally blind, my dear," Robert said softly. "It's not unusual for older golden retrievers, but in his situation, the progression is occurring very quickly." At that moment, their granddaughter, Sophie, shared a video of a cat assisting a blind dog at a rescue facility in a different state. The concept appeared unlikely, yet Margaret couldn't dismiss the notion that this could be precisely what Charlie required. "We're heading to the shelter," she declared to Tom. The magic word for today is companion. Drop it in the comments and subscribe for a chance to win exclusive rewards. This story is just beginning, and you won't believe what happens next. They had no idea that this choice would not only transform Charlie's life, but also result in one of the most extraordinary animal friendships their small town had ever seen. The local shelter was lively and full of action when Margaret and Tom got there. The noise of barking dogs and meowing cats permeated the atmosphere, but they had a particular goal in mind: a cat for a visually impaired dog. Sarah, the shelter director, lifted her eyebrows, but then beamed kindly. "In fact, I may have precisely the perfect candidate. We have a rather unique cat that arrived last month." Sarah guided them to a peaceful area of the cat room, where a striking gray cat with distinctive golden eyes rested on a high shelf. Different from the other cats, which were either napping or demanding attention, this one was attentively observing all that was going on below. "This is Luna," Sarah said. "She is roughly 3 years old. The fascinating part is that she has been assisting our older cats in locating their food bowls and leading them to the litter boxes. We've never experienced anything similar." Luna inclined her head, observing Margaret and Tom with perceptive eyes. As Sarah lifted her up to lower her, Luna elegantly floated into her embrace without resistance. She was discovered in a nursing home parking area, Sarah went on. We believe she could have been a therapy cat due to her remarkable patience and intuition. Take a look at this. Sarah set Luna down next to a sightless old cat that was dozing in the corner. Luna quickly settled next to the elderly cat, and as it stirred confusedly, she softly leaned against it, leading it to the water bowl. "That's incredible," Margaret murmured, her eyes filled with tears. But what would her response to a dog be? The shelter team prepared a thoughtful introduction in a calm room. They led Charlie in, his actions tentative and unsure in the unfamiliar environment. Luna, already present, observed the elderly dog with keen concentration. What occurred afterward rendered everyone in the room utterly silent. Luna moved toward Charlie gradually, producing a gentle trilling noise. Charlie's ears twitched at the strange sound. Instead of displaying fear or hostility, Luna moved in a figure 8 around Charlie's legs, allowing her body to softly brush against him. Charlie, who had been standing rigidly, started to unwind. His tail had a brief wag, the first true indication of joy they had observed in weeks. Is this proof that animals can sense and respond to needs in ways we can't explain? If you've ever witnessed a pet's extraordinary intuition, share your story in the comments below. Then, Luna performed an amazing act. She took a few steps away from Charlie and produced another trilling noise. Charlie shifted his gaze toward the noise, and Luna echoed it, as if she were summoning him. Hesitantly, Charlie moved in the direction of her voice. "She's guiding him," Tom remarked in astonishment. The initial days following Luna's arrival at the Anderson household were marked by cautious adaptations. Margaret and Tom arranged everything: a unique cat bed, a litter box, and climbing structures. However, Luna appeared to be more focused on Charlie than on any of the new features. From the initial night, Luna created her own schedule. She did not sleep in her luxurious new bed, but rather on the edge of Charlie's big cushion by the fireplace. When Charlie stirred during the night, feeling uneasy or confused, Luna would produce her unique trilling sound, a soft assurance that he was not by himself. The genuine breakthrough happened at breakfast on the third day. Charlie had been hesitant to approach his food bowl after going blind, frequently waiting for someone to lead him. However, that morning, Margaret and Tom observed in wonder as Luna directed an extraordinary spectacle. Luna approached Charlie's bowl, tapped it twice with her paw, producing a clear noise, and then went back to Charlie. She nudged his side, took a few steps, paused, then did it again. Gradually, she guided Charlie to his breakfast. "It resembles a dance," Margaret murmured to Tom, wishing to preserve the magic of the occasion. Before long, Luna had established an entire system of signals. A gentle meow signaled, "Climb the porch steps." A light tap with her paw indicated, "Watch out, there's something in the way." And her unique trill always communicated, "Come along, it's safe." Charlie's confidence increased each day. With Luna beside him, he started to explore the backyard once more. She would stroll just in front of him, pausing at variations in the terrain, directing him around flower patches and beyond the ancient oak. The neighbors were astonished by the change. Where they had previously observed a beaten old dog, they now saw Charlie striding with his head elevated, his tail wagging more often. Luna was perpetually present, his loyal cat friend, her gray shape a steady shadow to his golden figure. One day, Mrs. Jenkins from next door arrived in tears. "I just witnessed the most lovely sight," she shared with Margaret. Charlie was dozing in the sun, and he began whimpering in his sleep. Your cat, Luna, walked over and leaned against his side until he relaxed. She then tidied his face as a mother would for her puppy. However, the most heartwarming instances might have been the silent ones. In the evenings, while Margaret and Tom enjoyed their TV shows, they would glance down to find Luna and Charlie snuggled up together, the cat's gray figure tucked against the dog's golden coat, both soundly resting, two beings that had discovered exactly what they required in one another. As fall transformed into winter, the Anderson family encountered a fresh obstacle. The initial snowfall changed their known backyard into a strange scene, and Charlie felt confused by the different surfaces beneath his paws. On a notably chilly morning, Charlie remained uncertain at the rear door, his nose quivering at the unfamiliar cold aroma of snow. For the first time since Luna's arrival, he appeared genuinely scared to go outside. Luna, on the other hand, devised a strategy. She was the first to step outside, her gentle paws leaving clear marks in the untouched snow. She went back to Charlie, shaking the snow off her paws close to his nose so he could catch the scent. Carefully and deliberately, she started to clear a way for him. "Tom, come see this," Margaret shouted from the kitchen window. They looked on in wonder as Luna moved to and fro, compressing the snow in a tight path. She would occasionally go back to Charlie, tapping his paw gently with hers before guiding him onward. "She's creating a secure route for him," Tom admired. "That cat is more intelligent than many people I know." The winter also presented additional difficulties. The reduced daylight required Charlie to venture out in the dark more frequently, and the chill caused his aging joints to feel rigid. However, Luna adjusted to every fresh challenge with impressive creativity. She discovered how to nudge small rugs into position with her nose, forming textured paths throughout the house. When Charlie's arthritis made mornings challenging, she would provide soft massages with her paws until he was ready to get up. The local vet, Dr. Roberts, was so taken by their bond that she started recording their tale. "This goes beyond mere friendship," she mentioned to Margaret during Charlie's appointment. "Luna is not merely assisting Charlie. She's actively finding ways to enhance his quality of life. It's remarkable." News of the peculiar duo circulated in the small town. Individuals would come by simply to see Luna assist Charlie with his everyday activities. She gained the nickname Seeing Eye Cat, and their tale was even featured in the local newspaper. However, the most enchanting moment occurred during the festive season. The Andersons were concerned about decorating their Christmas tree, anxious it might perplex Charlie's mental layout of the home. However, Luna devoted a full afternoon to guiding Charlie around the tree, assisting him in grasping this momentary alteration in his surroundings. That evening, while the family gazed at the sparkling lights, Charlie rested under the tree with Luna snuggled up next to him. The cat had arranged them just right, allowing the vibrant lights to radiate a cozy shine over both, forming a dynamic holiday card that filled Margaret's eyes with tears. Think this was inspiring? In our next video, meet a rescue horse who changed the lives of children with autism in ways no one imagined. Make sure you don't miss it. Hit the notification bell now. As winter transitioned into spring, the extraordinary bond between Charlie and Luna had unforeseen impacts across their neighborhood. The nearby animal shelter, motivated by their achievements, started thoughtfully matching senior and disabled pets, which they named the Charlie and Luna program. One bright morning, Sarah from the shelter excitedly called Margaret. "Can you believe it? We've accomplished pairing 3 senior cats with younger ones that assist in navigating their surroundings. We recently paired a deaf Great Dane with a little terrier that serves as his ears, However, the greatest effect occurred when the nearby elementary school inquired if Charlie and Luna could come by. Initially, Margaret felt uncertain, concerned about how Charlie would adapt to a different setting. Luna, on the other hand, appeared to grasp the significance of their task. On the day they visited, Luna expertly directed Charlie through the school corridors. The kids arranged themselves in a circle on the ground, gazing in amazement as Luna employed her various signals to guide Charlie through them. This, their instructor clarified, represents genuine friendship. It doesn't matter whether you are unique or if you require assistance. Occasionally, true friends discover ways to support one another. A young girl in a wheelchair lifted her hand. "Just like my closest friend assists me with my books," she exclaimed, while her fellow classmate next to her glowed with pride. The visit was so successful that it turned into a monthly occurrence. The school counselor observed that kids facing disabilities or challenges started to gain more confidence. "If a cat can assist a blind dog," a young boy remarked, "then perhaps it's fine that I require help with reading." Meanwhile, at home, the connection between Charlie and Luna grew stronger. Luna had cultivated a remarkable skill in foreseeing Charlie's requirements. She appeared to sense when his joints felt rigid, dedicating more time to warming them with her body warmth. On tempestuous nights, when the thunder filled Charlie with unease, Luna would snuggle up to him, purring loudly until his quivering ceased. One afternoon, while Charlie and Luna basked in the spring sunshine in the yard, Margaret listened to two neighbors chatting over the fence. "You know," one remarked, "I used to believe that cats and dogs could never truly be friends, and I certainly never imagined a cat could be so intentional in assisting others." "It makes you think, doesn't it?" the other responded, "about how many other beliefs we hold regarding who can assist whom, or who can form friendships with whom." Margaret smiled, observing as Luna carefully helped Charlie back toward the porch steps, patiently waiting as he moved down each one. In their subtle manner, this unexpected duo was showing their community the values of compassion, adaptability, and the endless potential of friendship. Before long, Luna had established an entire system of signals. A gentle meow signaled, "Climb the porch steps." A light tap with her paw indicated, "Watch out, there's something in the way." And her unique trill always communicated, "Come along, it's safe." Charlie's confidence increased each day. With Luna beside him, he started to explore the backyard once more. She would stroll just in front of him, pausing at variations in the terrain, directing him around flower patches and beyond the ancient oak. The neighbors were astonished by the change. Where they had previously observed a beaten old dog, they now saw Charlie striding with his head elevated, his tail wagging more often. Luna was perpetually present, his loyal cat friend, her gray shape a steady shadow to his golden figure. As summer drew near, Charlie was increasingly slowing down. At 14 years of age, his muzzle had turned entirely white, and regardless of Luna's dedicated attention, time was inevitably affecting him. Nevertheless, Luna's commitment remained steadfast. If anything, she grew even more focused. On a notably unforgettable morning, the Anderson family observed something remarkable. Charlie appeared to struggle to rise from his bed, with his aging joints particularly rigid. Without delay, Luna dashed to Margaret, meowing persistently until she trailed behind. The cunning cat guided her to the location of Charlie's arthritis medicine. She had come to understand when Charlie required additional assistance. "She's no longer just his eyes," Tom noted quietly. "She's also his voice now." The nearby veterinary school learned about their tale and requested to record their special connection for a research project on animal relationships and adaptive behaviors. Researchers were astonished by Luna's wide range of signals and her skill in adapting them to meet Charlie's evolving requirements. While observing, they noted Luna emitting a new signal. When Charlie appeared uncertain about which way to go, Luna would softly sweep her tail against his left or right side, signaling the safe direction to take. The researchers referred to it as novel interspecies communication. When Charlie's mobility lessened, Luna adjusted their schedule. Rather than taking lengthy strolls in the garden, she fashioned smaller adventure areas on the porch, utilizing various textures she discovered, such as leaves or flower petals, to provide Charlie with fresh sensory encounters. She would gift him little treasures, a dropped feather, a gentle leaf, each one thoughtfully positioned for him to find with his nose. Their tales circulated widely, motivating a children's book author to create The Cat Who Became Eyes. The book gained popularity in hospitals and therapy centers, aiding children in realizing that disabilities did not define anyone, be they human or animal. One autumn night, as warm light illuminated the living room, Margaret observed Luna leading Charlie to his cherished place by the fireplace. Charlie's movements had become more leisurely, yet Luna maintained his rhythm flawlessly, always staying by his side, never in a hurry. "You see," Margaret spoke to Tom, her voice heavy with sentiment, "when we visited the shelter that day, believing we were locating a companion for Charlie, yet Luna revealed something much more significant. She showed that love not only enables you to see, but also aids in your transformation." Tom nodded, observing Luna as she nestled next to Charlie, her gray figure standing out against his golden fur, just like it did on their initial day. She revealed to us that occasionally the finest instructors arrive in surprising forms. Charlie and Luna's tale kept motivating their community, reminding all that the truest expressions of love and friendship have no limits, neither among species nor among abilities, and definitely not between hearts that see in one another precisely what they require. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Luna's soft purr harmonized with Charlie's satisfied sighs, forming a melody of friendship that conveyed a love capable of closing any distance, surmounting any challenge, and illuminating the path through any shadow. On a calm winter morning, Charlie peacefully slipped away in his sleep, while Luna faithfully cuddled beside him. He had spent 2 extraordinary years with his cat companion, greatly surpassing the veterinarian's predictions for his quality of life after losing his sight. Luna provided him not only direction, but also a motive to welcome every new day. In the ensuing days, Luna's sorrow was evident. She would remain by Charlie's vacant bed, sometimes producing her unique trilling noise, the one that had always been meant solely for him. Yet, just as she had instructed Charlie to adjust, Luna also discovered her path ahead. Margaret observed that Luna began to spend increased time by the window, observing the neighborhood. One afternoon, she started meowing frantically at the window, not stopping until Margaret glanced outside. There, laboring along the sidewalk, was Mr. Peterson, from 3 houses away, just back from the hospital after his stroke, employing his walker for the initial time. Without a moment's pause, Margaret welcomed him inside for tea. Luna quickly walked up to him, maintaining the same calm, patient attitude she had displayed with Charlie. At the conclusion of the visit, Mr. Peterson was beaming, his initial, genuine smile since his stroke. This evolved into a regular habit. Luna appeared to have discovered a fresh mission, assisting individuals in the community facing mobility challenges or isolation. The nearby physical therapy clinic even invited Luna to serve as a therapy cat, where she displayed an incredible knack for sensing which patients required the most support. The Charlie and Luna initiative at the shelter kept expanding. A unique section was allocated for matching animals with suitable needs and skills. A large photo of Charlie and Luna together was displayed above the entrance, with the phrase, "Love lights the way," written underneath. On the first anniversary of Charlie's death, the Andersons got an unanticipated package. It came from a family in a different state that had taken in a blind puppy via the Charlie and Luna program. Inside was a note and a picture of their visually impaired puppy being led by a gray cat, strikingly like Luna. "Your story inspired us to have faith in possibilities," the note stated. Charlie and Luna demonstrated that often the most profound gestures of love arise from the most surprising bonds. Luna spent her years continuing to impact lives, both human and animal. She always remembered Charlie. On bright afternoons, she was frequently seen dozing in his beloved place by the window, where the sunlight turned her fur golden, just as his had. Years later, when townsfolk mentioned Charlie and Luna, they didn't merely recount the tale of a blind dog and his cat companion. They narrated a story of how love can overcome any barrier, how kindness can illuminate the bleakest journey, and how the truest bonds of friendship can create a legacy that guides others long after the tale concludes. Ultimately, Charlie and Luna demonstrated to their community that often the most enchanting light emerges not from what is visible to our eyes, but from what resonates within our hearts. The influence of Charlie and Luna's tale extended in unforeseen directions. The nearby veterinary college created the Charlie and Luna Scholarship for students enrolled in animal behavior and therapy programs. Every year, the scholarship was given to students who demonstrated creative methods for assisting animals with disabilities. The kids who encountered Charlie and Luna during school visits always remembered their lessons. One of them, Jenny Martinez, developed into a veterinary technician focused on providing rehabilitative care for pets with disabilities. She frequently shared with her patients' families the story of the blind dog and his cat guide that motivated her career decision. Luna's impact on the therapy initiative resulted in revolutionary research in animal-assisted recovery. Medical journals released studies on the Luna effect, a phenomenon where animals instinctively took on caregiving roles, demonstrating enhanced cognitive growth and emotional awareness. The Andersons maintained a unique photo album focused on Charlie and Luna's adventures. Its pages were adorned with snapshots that reflected their remarkable connection. Luna instructing Charlie on navigating the garden post-spring replanting. The duo basking in a sunbeam on Christmas morning. Luna assisting Charlie during his final autumn, softly clearing leaves from his way, and their last nap together, serene and satisfied. Following Luna's death several years later, the Andersons created a fund at a nearby shelter named the Guiding Light Fund, which assisted with medical costs for senior and disabled pets. The fund's motto evolved to Luna's Legacy. Often the most valuable guide is a receptive heart. Currently, in the town's Central Park, there exists a small bronze sculpture of a golden retriever and a cat walking together. Kids frequently pause to touch the sleek metal, while parents share the story of Charlie and Luna, a narrative that persists in educating new generations on the transformative essence of love, patience, and compassion. The inscription under the statue states, "For Charlie and Luna, who showed us that genuine friendship illuminates the path through any darkness, and that love has no limits." On serene mornings, many claim they can still sense the unique magic that Charlie and Luna infused into their small town, evident in how sunlight sways among the trees, in the gentle compassion of animals aiding one another, and in the limitless opportunities that arise when we begin to perceive with our hearts. love, loyalty, and compassion. Charlie and Luna's story shows us that even in loss, love leaves a lasting legacy. If this touched your heart, share this story with 3 friends who believe in the power of unexpected bonds. And don't forget to subscribe for more unforgettable tales. For every comment on this video, we'll donate to programs that match senior pets with companions, continuing the legacy of Charlie and Luna. Together, we can create a world where every pet and person finds their guiding light.